When you think of Idaho, what comes to mind? Not quite. There are so many beautiful places that we can uncover together. Let's plan your next weekend trip today on Hidden Gems in the Gem State. Hello and welcome to our season finale. We've had so much fun exploring Idaho with you this year and could not be more grateful for your support. I'm not sure if you know this, but I actually started this show by myself with my fiance. And when we decided to pursue this dream, we never imagined all of the amazing places it would take us. So before we get started on today's adventure, we're actually going to take a look back at some of our favorite segments from this season, starting with our very first one, dog sledding. This was such a fun way to kick off our pilot, and is something I would definitely recommend planning for this winter. One of my favorite parts about this shoot was this little guy.
I am going to run a sled.
Sam's parents are both dog sled drivers at Silver Sage Mushing, and I have no doubt he'll follow in their footsteps. This business is in Ashton, so it wasn't exactly close, but we got to make a trip out of it and visit Jackson Hole, Yellowstone, and Grand Teton. Just 40 minutes away from the dog sledding is the LaBelle Lake Ice Palace, and that was a really unique shoot to say the least.
This is so cool. What?
Everything there is made from scratch each year by one local family. This amazing display is in Rigby, which stays pretty cold in the winter. So this completely outdoor palace stays up as long as the temperatures stay down. There are horses, fire shows, and sledding, which definitely isn't my specialty. I prefer sleigh rides over sledding, and we got to film at a really awesome one in Donnelly. Don't make any sudden moves. It was a really fun and a really easy shoot that was only 20 minutes from McCall, where we got to go skiing. Not that we're exactly the best skiers.
We're good.
We also got to go snowmobiling.
What?
Another one of my favorite shoots was probably in Stanley, where we got to have this beautiful hot spring all to ourselves. It was stunning and a nice relaxing change from the more intense stuff we're usually doing. Like duck hunting in Hagerman, where we got to spend the day in a super awesome blind. This is so cool. This is so cool. I definitely learned from the best that day.
3 shots on that duck.
I even attempted my own duck call. Do you just blow?
Yeah.
Why did mine sound like that? Everyone else's sounded way better. Is there a technique to this that I'm not understanding? I feel like that's not right. That's not what you guys.
You ever heard that kind of duck?
You guys don't sound like that.
That's a sick duck.
It's a dying duck. How is he doing that? Let's just say my call could use some work. Basically, I was with a bunch of pros.
Take him. Take him. Case, take him.
I learned a lot that day and ended up having an amazing time. Duck hunting season goes from October to January, but there's a lot of amazing things we've done on the show that you can still squeeze in this summer, like visiting Redfish Lake, one of my all-time favorite spots to go boating. You can also zip line through northern Idaho.
Zip and Sophia.
Zip on.
Right? Just sit and go.
Okay! And even explore Shoshone ice caves.
What is this?
In the fall, you can climb down through Tea Kettle Cave,
Hello.
hike Black Magic Canyon, and board down Bruno Sand Dunes. Or in my case, attempt to board down Bruno Sand Dunes. But if you're not looking to be, well, quite so active, we've had some more relaxing adventures too, like making our own wine glasses at Boise Art Glass.
Good.
Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I'm so excited to take this to a winery.
And then taking those glasses through the Sunny Slope Wine Trail with Snake River Wine Tours. They'll help you find all the best wine Idaho has to offer. And speaking of wine, there's nothing better to enjoy a nice bottle with than some cheese. Coming up, we'll show you how Idaho's most delicious cheese is made. Literally, from the cow to the grocery store. Then take our favorite flavor to a famous local chef to see what he can do with it. And later, we'll take you through one of Boise's most beautiful local hikes. Cows. If you live in Idaho, you've probably seen quite a few of them. But did you know that Idaho is actually the third largest dairy producing state in the country? We're just behind California and Wisconsin. There are more than 2 million cattle on more than 11 million acres throughout the Gem State. The dairy industry is a huge part of our economy, and they provide us with some of the absolute best products, like my personal favorite, cheese. Since we're all about showing you the absolute best that Idaho has to offer, we're going to head over to Gooding to visit where, in my opinion, you can get the best cheese in the state. This is Ballard Cheese. The 35-acre dairy farm started in 1995, but the Ballard family only got into cheese making in 2004, despite having little background in it. Well, they're quick learners, and they've since expanded into a full line of farmstead cheeses, and I got to try some.
I'm so excited.
We kicked it off with their Idaho grilling cheese, and it's exactly what it sounds like. All you have to do is cut it up and stick it on the grill.
This cheese is so good.
Didn't I tell you it was a party in a package?
It is a party in a package. It's awesome.
Stacy Ballard, who according to her website is the real boss of Ballard Cheese, walked me through their cheese making process and offered to show me around her family business.
All right, let's go.
There's a lot that goes into making such a high-end product, and something that sets Ballard Cheese apart is the fact that they're a farmstead operation. So this milk you're looking at here was produced on site.
A lot of operations make cheese and they buy their milk. but we know exactly what the cows are fed. My husband's really persnickety that he wants the cows fed a certain way to give you the best quality of milk. Because we don't separate it, we don't do any of that. It's literally from the cow into the pasteurizer, and then you get it into the grocery store.
The Ballards have about 110 milking Jersey cows that produce more than 1.3 million pounds of milk a year. After it's been pasteurized, that milk goes straight into the vat. They add culture, let it ripen, then once the milk coagulates, they cut it. From there, it's cooked to about 100 degrees, stirred, and then drained. After that, they cheddar it. Now, every cheese is different, but this one in particular gets thrown into the mill, salted, aged, packaged, and sent to places like Albertsons where you can buy it. You can also find Ballard cheese in a lot of different downtown restaurants.
So you got Red Feather, Bitter Creek, Bartonay's, Fork, Edge Brewing, Capital Cellars, yes.
This is truly as farm to table as you can get. And it's a local business you can feel really good about supporting.
I treat my cows the same way as I would treat my grandchildren. We feed them and we milk them with the idea that we want them to stay around for a long time.
Well, Stacy isn't the only one with that sentiment. The whole family is involved in this operation some way or another.
My grandson makes the cheese and so does my son. My other grandson works on the dairy side. My husband is in charge of the cows, and all my grandkids have worked here. They've fed calves, they've milked cows. You know, we do the best that we can with what we have. You know, we're not in it for quantity, we're in it for quality.
If you'd like to visit this amazing family farm, you can head to their website and book a tour at ballardcheese.com. You'll even get to visit their cows, and they're really friendly.
This is so cool. I can't believe how sweet they are. They must be very happy here because I've never seen such nice cows.
Stacy refers to this section as Selfie Lane, and I'm sure you can imagine why. If you do end up making your way out here though, there's a lot of other fun stuff to do in the area, like visiting Box Canyon. This amazing nature preserve is about a half hour from the farm and holds the title of the 11th largest spring in North America. It's all a part of the Thousand Springs State Park, and it's truly beautiful. I mean, the water is crystal clear and there are spots you can even jump in. So don't be like me and actually remember to pack your swimsuit.
I want to swim, but I know I can't.
Even though I didn't get to enjoy the water, I still got to enjoy the views. All in all, this hike is about 4 miles, and it's pretty steep, so plan accordingly. If you want to try it, just remember to bring $7 so you can park your car at the top. Another fun adventure in the area is Ritter Island. It's actually only 10 minutes away from Box Canyon, and it's a great spot for kayaking. You can also drive another 40 minutes over to Twin Falls to kayak underneath all the base jumpers at Prime Bridge. From there, you can make your way over to Pillar Falls, and if you'd like, continue all the way to Shoshone Falls, which is actually one of the largest natural waterfalls in the country. Regardless of what else you might do while you're in the Magic Valley, it's definitely worth making the trip out to Ballard Cheese.
I mean, how often can you buy something in the grocery store and say, I know exactly where this came from? And it was an hour and a half away. I mean, I think that's really special.
The Ballards are so kind. They sent me home with a crazy amount of cheese.
There you go.
Thank you. This is awesome. Honestly, I wasn't really sure what to do with all of it. So I'm calling in a local expert to help me whip something up. You may recognize Mark Anderson from the Food Network, the Today Show, or from his Instagram, The Grill Dads. He's agreed to help because he loves Ballard cheese, supporting local, and quite frankly, he's just a nice guy. Needless to say, he's extremely qualified for the job. I'm here with Mark Anderson, and how would you describe yourself? The better half of the Grill Dad?
The funnier, more handsome, better looking half of the Grill Dads, yes.
Of course.
Which I can say because my co-host isn't here.
I love it. Perfect. Well, today Mark is going to show us what we can do with Ballard cheese, and in particular, their Idaho grilling cheese.
Yeah, we're gonna do grilled cheese directly on the grates, and we're gonna do blueberry salsa to go on the top.
I'm sure this tastes good plain too, you know what I mean?
That needs nothing.
Yeah, just eat the whole brick.
Yeah, right, yes. That's the crazy thing about it, is you could put this whole brick right on the grill and it wouldn't melt.
Okay, awesome. And how long does this take to make?
About 45 seconds.
So a really long time.
Yeah, it's really...
Allocate the day accordingly.
This is the whole thing together is super fast. The cheese takes about a minute or two to grill.
Wow.
The salsa comes together really fast. So fresh ingredients, and that's the great part about the cheese. You don't need to do a lot to it. We're just trying to complement it a little bit and cut a little bit of the saltiness and the richness with some of the fruit salsa.
It's like a perfect appetizer for summer.
Can we make it?
For any time. Yes, let's do it.
I'm getting hungry.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, that's my favorite sound in the world.
Something to note if you don't actually have a grill is that this cheese is very easy to make in a skillet as well. It'll just give you a bit of a different texture. Now, obviously the grill dads have an amazing grill, so we're gonna leave the cheese in there for a minute and work on that blueberry salsa. Now, all you need for this is blueberries, jalapenos, onions, lemon juice, cilantro, and salt. Then mix half of it together and throw the other half in a food processor. Once you've pulsed it a few times, you can mix it back in with the whole berries. And then you'll go from this to this. Then just pop the cheese back on the plate, add the salsa, and you've got a delicious, super simple dish.
You're just gonna make me stare at it.
Nope, I'm gonna force you to eat it.
I noticed there's only 2 plates. Holy cow.
Yeah, there's no,
I'm so sorry.
okay.
Okay. Here we go. Moment of truth. It's a big bite. So.
So they teach you this thing in the Food Network called Princess Bites, where you cut these little teeny bits.
That was not a princess bite. I didn't do that right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm confident you're gonna nail the second one. No, it was great.
I've been practicing my whole life, so. Okay. You said I should take a princess bite, but you made a Mountain Man Idaho bite for me. How am I supposed to?
There's no right way to do it. We just say that and then sit back and judge. Can you believe the size of that bite she took? That was crazy.
But this is really good.
That's awesome.
Regardless of how not cute I look eating it, it's very good.
We call this grown-up mozzarella sticks, and on the East Coast, you can either get marinara or raspberry sauce. So fried cheese and berries have always been a classic combination.
Yeah.
So, but this version obviously is
The best.
slightly more advanced.
Of course.
Not to knock mozzarella sticks, they've been a good friend to me. I don't know what keto and paleo are, but I hear that this is also really good for that because it's a no carb situation.
Oh yeah. Isn't that like how you like lose weight? So I'll go on keto.
The cheese diet is how I got in this situation.
Mark and I had a lot of fun, but now it's time to work some of this cheese off and head to our next adventure. Coming up, I'll take you on one of my absolute favorite local hikes with someone you might recognize to officially say goodbye to season 1.
If you've been hanging out with us this season, you know we've gone on some pretty amazing hikes, like Lion's Head Creek in Coolin, Goat Lake in Stanley, and City of Rocks in Almo. They're great spots, but they do require some planning. Today's hike, however, is in Boise, so you can do it right after watching this if you wanted to.
This is one of my favorite spots, stack rock. Depending on where you start, the loop to get here and back can be anywhere from 8 to 11 miles. But luckily the hike itself is not very steep, it's well shaded, and it comes equipped with some pretty amazing views. It's really close by too. Just head up Bogus Basin Road and you can find the trailhead just 4 miles before the ski area. It only took us a half hour coming from downtown Boise.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
This is so pretty.
As you can see, today's hike's a little different because my friend Lauren is here too. And she made certain aspects of filming a little more difficult for me, like trying to film her intro.
So you might notice there's... okay, I got this. Ready? I don't know why I'm like nervous for some reason. I don't know. Like suddenly I'm like very conscious of every word I'm saying. This is my makeup crew, my hair crew.
I mean, the gem state has a full team here. Do you have your touch-up makeup with you?
Oh my god. I'm not used to anyone else being here.
I'm a guest star.
I know, and you're adding a lot of pressure. I'm like cracking under the pressure. Game face.
We were eventually able to get it right.
So we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently today. I've never had an official, what would you like to call yourself, guest
star? Yes. So excited.
You might recognize Lauren from Channel 2. That's actually how we met at CBS2 Boise. And now she's here to kick off or end the season with us.
Yeah, on a great hike that I've never been to, so I'm really excited.
Awesome. Should we do it?
Let's do it.
Woo! That was great.
I nailed it.
You nailed it!
It was really fun filming with Lauren, even if we do have different techniques.
3, 2. You guys will do countdowns here, I see.
And communicate differently.
Feels like Snow White with all the trees on the moss.
Lauren, we're just walking.
No discussion, okay.
Okay, sorry.
No ad-lib, sorry.
That was my fault.
Actor did not understand directions.
And go at different speeds.
Hurry up!
You said I walked
You're going slow.
Let's just say the hike wasn't boring. We really enjoyed this trail and all of the views that we don't usually get to see unless we're skiing at Bogus Basin in the wintertime. In 2012, the city of Boise purchased more than 1,300 acres of land, known as the Stack Rock Reserve, which is where we are now, for $1.3 million. It's a forested area that has a bunch of old logging roads going through it, and it's great for hiking, mountain biking, and rock climbing. Just make sure to give yourself enough time with whatever activity you pick.
So far, this hike is 8 miles. We've gone 1.5 in an hour. So at this pace, it'll only take us a measly 8+ hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I love hiking in the middle of the night. That's like my thing.
So great.
We definitely needed to pick up the pace.
Race it to the top, so.
Okay.
I think I'm winning.
Just let her go. Nice, that was close. I almost had you.
Clearly, one of us was not going fast enough.
I blame Lauren. Yeah, this never would have happened. This never would have taken so long if it wasn't for you.
I'm
sorry about her, folks.
I'm holding everyone back.
She's not trained, so.
Luckily, this hike leaves a lot of room for fun conversations because it's very straightforward and it doesn't require too much of your attention until you get here.
So Lauren,
Yes.
there is one decision that you have to make on this hike. The nice thing is You're pretty much going straight until you get here. And then if you go left, it's shorter, but it's steeper.
Okay.
If you go right, it is a lot longer, but if your legs are hurting, might be a good option.
Okay.
Not very steep. What are we doing?
The harder option.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Woo! Go, go, go! Oh gosh.
After about 30 minutes, we finally made it to the base of Stack Rock. The views are great here, but they're better from the top. So, we're going to climb, something I may have failed to mention to Lauren.
Looks like we're finally close to
How's it going?
Oh, you know, I didn't realize that I'd be climbing this much.
Mount Everest.
Seriously, this is intense climbing here.
We eventually made it to the top.
Official thoughts on Stack Rock.
This is awesome, and I'm proud of us for getting up to the top.
All that's left now is to hang out and enjoy the view. If you'd like to make this more challenging though, you can always climb to the peak of this boulder, which is much taller. And that's pretty much all you need to know about this hike.
This feels so weird, like I don't even know what to say right now. I guess we'll see you next time. We'll see you next season, and thanks for making this so much fun, and thanks to our amazing guest star, Lauren.
It was fun. It was a good time.
It's been a pleasure. But for now, do you want to help me send it off?
Let's do it.
We'll see you next season.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Before we officially leave, I just want to say thank you to my amazing fiance, drone pilot, and support system. None of this would be possible without him.
This is Case.
Hi.
He's the cameraman. I'll also marry him eventually.
Eventually.
We love him very much.
And that's a wrap. If you like our show, be sure to follow us on YouTube at Sophia Doumani TV. We'll be posting bonus videos over the holidays to keep you up to date on all of the fun things you can do during the spooky season. And of course, during the Christmas season and everything in between. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well for updates on Season 2. Lastly, if you have a business you'd like to talk about potentially featuring on the show, send me an email at sophiadoumanitv@gmail.com. Thanks so much for your support. We'll see you this winter.